The man never expected that after spending years training in the abyss and reaching level 9999 for his revenge, he would return to the surface only to find that level 500 monsters were now considered top-tier threats among mortals, and that even his two subordinates were both level 5000. Because there were bystanders nearby, they had to put on a convincing act, pretending to be only as strong as the monsters they fought. If they wiped out the enemies in a single strike, they might alert their true target and ruin the revenge plan. Winning after a few dangerous rounds, however, would look much more believable. Even managing a draw against such monsters was enough to leave the watching humans in shock. After all, the human race's level cap was only 100, making them the weakest among the 9 major races. Yet now they were witnessing a fellow human hold his own against a level 500 mantis. Sensing that the timing was right, the Golden Knight decided to show a bit of his real strength. As a shield sword warrior, his shield could both defend and attack. He struck at just the right moments, deflecting blows before breaking through with his sword, a performance he was deliberately putting on for the crowd. But even taking down a level 500 monster alone would be far too conspicuous, so the protagonist subtly interfered with the mantis using magic, making it look like a well-timed assist. What he didn't expect was that his attack would actually frighten the mantis into fleeing. When he cast a wall of fire to block its escape, the nearby mages were stunned. The fireballs he'd used earlier were nothing special. Anyone could cast those, but a firewall? That was something no human's mana capacity should be able to produce. As the mantis tried to take flight, the level 5000 assassin subordinate leaped up in excitement and struck it down in a single blow. Fortunately, their earlier setup paid off. The onlookers assumed the three had barely managed to defeat the creature after a hard fight. It was impressive, yes, but not world-shattering. The victory would boost their adventurer ranks, granting them access to more information and higher-level missions. The adventurer team that had been watching initially assumed they were S rank, but after asking, they learned the trio was officially listed as D rank. Still, after seeing what they'd done, the team took them for hidden masters and eagerly sought to befriend them. The protagonist didn't refuse. When the firewall was brought up, one of the mages got particularly excited. Magic was categorized into combat, tactical, and strategic levels. Fireballs were combat level, while tactical level spells affected large areas, something humans were supposedly incapable of. That was why the mage had been so astonished. The protagonist, meanwhile, was perfectly happy to let this story spread. It was the kind of attention he wanted. Not long after returning, news of the man who had slain a level 500 monster spread quickly. For dragons and elves, whose average level was already in the hundreds, it was just a curious rumor. But for humans, it was groundbreaking, a miracle that shattered the limits of what was thought possible. Other races dismissed it as nonsense, but among humans, it became a beacon of hope. The protagonist didn't bother proving himself. He knew time would do that for him. One day, while heading to the 5th floor of the dungeon to add more accomplishments to his record, he ran into the same adventurer party from before. They handed him a small ornament as a token of gratitude for saving them. He accepted it with a smile and gave them something in return, a wishing bracelet. It looked ordinary but was actually a rare item capable of triggering small miracles through strong will. He didn't tell them that, afraid they'd refuse the gift. He had plenty of such items, but he knew giving away something too powerful could do more harm than good. The bracelet's conditions were strict. It wouldn't activate easily, making it the perfect gift. After reaching the 5th floor, he ordered his subordinates to hunt snowmen while he teleported back to his base to AFK and slack off, checking on the progress of his revenge plan in the process. He had already sent his agents to infiltrate the enemy